This week we traveled down to southern Delaware to a little state park called Trap Pond State Park, which has turned out to just be delightful. One of the perks of that is that it's put us within driving distance of a national park called Assateague Island. Now, Assateague Island is a 37-mile long island off the coast of Maryland and Virginia that is home to wild horses that they believe were brought over here over 300 years ago. So we're going to head over there, we're going to check it out and see what we can get into. We're going to bring you guys along with us, so stick around. So we made it to the marina, tons of free parking, so that was always exciting. Now we're heading down to Floating Dock 3, that's where we catch the boat out of, and head over to see if we see any wild horses. This is one that I know my mom is going to love, so I really hope that we get to see some so she can be excited about that.
Looking for somebody?
Thought my wife was trying to leave me there for a minute.
Yeah, she does. My name's Steve. I'm gonna be your guy.
Steve, I'm John. It's funny how I pay, she leaves me.
You were there for the important part, right? Here we go.
Thanks, sir.
You bet. I grew up here. My family's been here since the 1820s on the island, and they're in the movie Misty. My grandfather is, and my uncle too. But my grandfather's horses were in the movie Misty. Misty was my grandfather's horse in the movie, and the Phantom, and what's another one too? The Black Comet, and some of the other ones. I think. A good movie. You can see it on YouTube actually. Misty of Chincoteague. Yeah, they filmed it here. Hollywood movie. Yeah. So, and then the children's book, Misty, my parents went to school with those kids. The boy was in my mom's class, Paul Beebe, and the girl Maureen just played softball with my mom. So a lot of people read that book. Right over there. See all the dishes at NASA that you passed? Okay, the body of water you crossed to get out here, that's the Chincoteague Channel. Now she's nearly 10 miles wide. So you already crossed a pretty substantial body of water just to get out here. Now we're leaving Chincoteague Island right now. And by the way, you hear the way I'm saying Chincoteague? That's not it. Okay. Correct pronunciation is Chincoteague. Everybody got that? Chincoteague? That is an Indian word from the Accomack tribe, and it translates into beautiful land across the water. Now Assateague, the outer barrier island where the ponies live, she didn't translate quite as well. Roughly translated, she comes out marshy place, which if nothing else is pretty accurate. Now we just left Chincoteague Island. Now Chincoteague Island is only about 7 miles long, about 3 miles wide at the widest point. So we're not talking about a real big place here, okay? Now Assateague Island, the outer barrier island, where the ponies live, she's almost 33 miles long. In fact, she's so long that the northern end is actually in Maryland. And that causes a little confusion when people come down because you got Assateague Island, Maryland, and Assateague Island, Virginia. It's a little confusing. To make it more confusing, Assateague Island, Maryland is a state park. Assateague Island, Virginia is a federal park. So you got a very unusual situation. You got a state park and a federal park slammed right up against each other. Welcome. Thank you so much. Careful. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
We just got done with the boat ride out to from Chincoteague out to Assateague Island. And we got to see the horses. They were about, maybe a quarter mile away from us. So we got to see them through the camera lens. Fortunately, we made that investment a while back. But we got to see them, so that's super exciting. Evidently, they see dolphins a lot. We didn't get to see any dolphins, but it was a fairly inexpensive ride. About hour and a half out on the water. It's a beautiful day today, so absolutely no regrets. Real quick, if you guys are liking the video, make sure to click the like button. If you're enjoying the channel, please click subscribe and turn on that bell icon so that you get notifications when we put out other videos. That's all I wanted. Now back to the video. So we had mixed luck getting to see the ponies from far off. So we kind of drove around the island and found an entrance to the park that you can just drive into. So for $10 we were able to get into the park, and we got to see some a lot closer from the road, including a bunch of little babies, so that was exciting. And now we found a pathway to something called the Pony Overlook, so we're gonna go check that out and see if we can get even closer. It's just an enormous bird right up here. Can't tell what it is, but it's terrifying. Assateague Island was a smashing success. The boat tour, while we didn't get to get super close to any of the horses, was a beautiful boat tour. I'll never complain about an hour and a half on a pontoon boat, but the distance to see the horses was quite a bit. Our lens was good enough to get us a decent view, but a lot of the people on the boat didn't really get to see the horses beyond specks in the distance. So that's where the $10 admission to the actual national park that you can drive into really comes into play. That part of the drive was absolutely beautiful, and not only did we get to see them from the road and the overlook, but as we were leaving the park, we managed to see some walking right along the road heading back to the corral. So that $10 admission into Assateague Island is 100% worth it. So if you guys are in the East Coast part of Virginia, Maryland, or Delaware, make sure to check out the National Park Assateague Island and see these beautiful horses for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. We're having a blast doing these videos, but to keep us motivated, any likes or subscribes that you could throw at the channel are always hugely appreciated. So thanks so much for watching, and just remember, it may be a tiny house, but it's a big adventure.